right, so we had some technical problems, so we kind of lost the last 15 minutes, so it'll just gradually fade away at the end. So apologies for that. These things happen. All right, on with the podcast.
Yes, come on. Yeah, back in
the room.
Back in the room again.
Back in the room. All right, so let's put the foot on the gas. And let's go to a place where the distractions, the landmarks, and the detours are on the main roads. Welcome to ADHDville.
Why I did that is like suggesting the theme of today's episode.
Yes.
Foot on the gas.
You got it.
Foot on the gas. Foot on the gas. Foot on the gas. Foot on the gas.
I'm driving in my car.
It's not quite a Jaguar. Hello, I'm Paul Thompson. And I was diagnosed with combined ADHD a couple of years ago.
And I'm Martin Weston. I was diagnosed with the combined ADHD poo-poo platter in 2013, and we start off in the local pub in ADHDville, the King's Agitated Head, where we, the ex-mayors of ADHDville, take care of business.
Hello.
And this week, we're talking about cars and driving. Beep,
Yes.
beep. And we have a quiz, obviously. Beep, beep, at the end. So I suggest, where should we go? Where should we go?
Well, I suggest, Martin, we go to the coffee place.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we've had enough alcohol. Christmas is over.
Yeah.
More or less.
Time to sober up.
We barely started. Time to sober up, yeah.
Yes. I'll be glad when they're not playing Christmassy music.
Yeah. Well, it's a good song, but what's its name by Mariah Carey? All I Want for Christmas. It's a banging tune. You know, it's a really well-written pop song, but oh God, does it drive me insane?
Yeah. I've been
it's a tune, you know.
Yeah. Well, Christmas, as far as I'm concerned, is done. So everyone can just turn off the Christmas tunes now.
Yes, and the lights.
All right. Okay. Driving cars and all that. I thought we would get the depressing stuff quickly out the way.
Oh,
first.
Like what? Right.
So, if you have ADHD, you and cars, not necessarily a good mix. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
So we've got like I've got some stats here that I'm just gonna lob.
Lob them. Go on.
All right, here we go. We've got so if you're an adult with ADHD, there's a 74% increased risk of having a crash. There's a 102% increased risk of having a ticket of some kind.
Oh, blimey, yeah. Well, that's definite.
I mean, you've got an increased risk of moving violations, such as like using your cell phone, not wearing your seatbelts, speeding, doing weird things on a junction that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And that's all pretty much down to the old classic ADHD of impaired executive functions. So you got problems focusing and filtering out distraction. There is the inattention part, the impulsivity part, and the risk taking, and the multitasking, like doing two different things at once. Like you're trying to get your iPhone to work in your GPS, and you're driving at the same time. You're much more likely to drive without a license. Basically, it's a little bit of a mare, a little bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, but I mean, Well, simple question: are you a good driver, Martin?
I've only crashed twice,
Right. I think
and
I've
one of
crashed
those was
twice.
mine.
I've crashed twice. Both of them were my fault. Both of them were a long time ago. One was because my tyres were bald. I'd forgotten to replace them,
Right.
and I went. The roads were icy, and I went. I was supposed to take a curve, and it went in a straight line, and I went into the back of a parked car.
Oof.
Yeah, not good. The second one was, and the poor lady that parked her car there. She apologised because I knocked on the door. It was parked outside her house. I knocked on the door and said, "I'm really sorry. I've gone into the back of your car." She said, "I'm really sorry. I don't normally park it there."
You went, you said
And
sorry.
she
It's your
offered,
fault.
and she offered me
What?
a cup of tea.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you want a cup of tea?
You want a cup of
Very
tea?
English. The second time was because I was like coming. I was off the end of. I've been off work for about a week with flu, and I got into my car and I thought I was okay, but I wasn't, and I wasn't really concentrating. I went and sort of steamed into the back of an Audi. Um, yeah, but I think I'm a good driver. Having said all that, because of hyper awareness, I think I'm generally hyper aware, maybe a bit of people pleasing as well. So I'm like really careful, to like be a responsible driver.
Right. I'm just
I think I'm a
saying,
pretty good driver.
and you probably are. I mean, you are alive, so and you haven't
Yes.
killed anyone, so that's a bonus.
Touch wood.
But the statistics don't lie. We are
Yeah.
collectively not great. I'm
So I
sorry to
think
say.
this is where ADHD and autism and all these kind of things, when I hope when in 20 years time or hopefully sooner, it splinters off and it gets about 20 different names. Those figures won't be worth anything, because I think there's certain different types of autism, different types of ADHD, combined, not combined. It changes a lot, I think.
It sounds like you are trying to rebel against against
I'm trying.
these statistics, Paul.
I am a bit. I'm hoping that my insurance company are listening, and they'll kind of like, you know,
Yes.
and that I won't have to pay so much in the future.
Yeah. Well,
I can see that I can see it more. It rings truer with in terms of parking fines.
these are facts, Paul. Facts.
Yeah,
Real
based on
statistics.
what? Yeah,
Oh my
but yeah,
God,
but
Paul! What you doing?
no, but because it depends on because it lumps autism and ADHD into one big lump, when actually
No, no,
there are
no,
many
no.
different
Just
variations.
yeah.
Just ADHD.
So just ADHD, just like we are an ADHD podcast and we lump a lump of
Yeah,
things together.
yeah,
That's
but
also a
we're
lump.
all different, aren't we? In the end.
Yeah, but if you collect them all the people
Yeah.
who have been diagnosed with ADHD, and you collect the figures
Okay.
up, you
Yeah.
know, Paul, that we are a little bit of a sketchy bunch in the car. I mean, I'm
Yes.
not, and you aren't, but
No.
that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's
But
like us.
yeah, I know, but it's a bit. I don't know. It just seems a big lump to put everyone into.
Well,
It's like
that's
I would just put the whole
statistics.
fucking population in. 'Cause I think because like like people that are I don't know. It's like talking about the difference between men and women drivers. In theory, when women are a lot lower risk than men.
They are.
Yeah, because they have fewer accidents, right?
They do.
Yeah, but I know a lot of really bad female drivers. You know,
Yes.
it's a difficult one. I think it's a I'm sorry. I'm going to hold on to my belief that I think it's too difficult to generalise ADHD as a bunch as an insurance risk. I'm going to
All
hold
right.
on to it, Martin.
Blimey.
Yeah,
Controversial.
yeah, I
All
know.
right. All right. So, what? You know what? Let's just go through. Let's just go through some of the cars that we've owned.
Oh,
Some of the
blimey. Okay.
some of the cars, highlights of some of the cars that you've owned. And I
Yeah.
mean, like, I'll start off, right, because just come and talk about it from an ADHD point of view. So my first car was a Volkswagen the Beetle. It was like bright yellow, and it had a and it had a denim seats, and
Nice.
and it would, obviously, because I have ADHD, I, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't properly keep it up. It would just
Mhm.
keep going until something went wrong or fell off, and then I'd have to
Mhm.
take it into the garage. And I mean, like, I would have bottles of water just everywhere in the car because the radiator would leak. And I'd have to keep filling it
Right.
up.
Did I know you when you had a yellow beetle?
May have done.
I don't remember your yellow beetle.
You will have done because you met me.
After
What?
school, after our college
Yeah,
or
and I
during.
didn't. Yeah, and I didn't have it until I was at work. So I'd started
Okay, I
working.
don't remember that. Weirdly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Okay.
It was good, but yeah, it would break down all the time,
I
and I
had
would have
I had a dark red Fiesta, a Fiesta Popular Plus.
nice Popular Plus.
Plus, I don't know where the fuck the plus was. It was.
It was
It's like, plus what? Come on, be specific. What the
plus.
hell was the plus?
I don't know. It had
Like,
extra speed on the windscreen wipers.
yes, extra rubber on the windscreen wipers.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just put a plus on that. And then I had a Nissan Nissan Micra, which I didn't put any oil in, and then the engine
Yeah,
exploded.
I did the same. I had another Fiesta XR2, a white one,
Ooh, sporty
which sporty
hatchback.
hatchback. Yeah, it was sporty actually, and I forgot to service it, and it just went. It just blew up. I
See,
never serviced it.
of course,
Never.
no, I didn't. I didn't service any of my cars until the ones that I have now. I get those serviced on
Yeah.
the regular, but all the cars of my past, no.
I think the only reason I get my car serviced now is to stop the fucking light flashing on the dashboard.
Irritating.
It's irritating, you know?
Yeah,
And so, I mean, in that respect, the technology in new cars is really helpful. Also, the technology, I will get onto that maybe in a bit later on, but technology can really help ADHDers. My steering wheel vibrates if I go off piste.
yeah. I've got a whole list on that, so
Oh,
we can
okay, yeah, yeah.
come to that.
Come to that later.
And then after my Nissan Micra, I had a Lada, that Russian,
I remember the Lada. I definitely
the
remember the Lada.
red Lada, which obviously, I didn't have serviced, and I would have to have a hammer in the car because occasionally the engine wouldn't
Yeah,
start, and I'd have to
yeah.
the front bonnet, and I would have to hit the top of the carburetor for some
Jesus.
reason. I'd have to bang it a couple of times for some little valve to drop down, and then it would
Yeah.
start again. So yeah, it was like a
Holy moly.
hammer start car.
Hammer time.
It was.
My third car was a white MG Metro, and the person that sold it to me was. Do you remember we had a colleague called Fenella?
Yes.
Do you remember her?
Art college.
No, at Redlands. She worked in
Oh
PR.
yes.
She worked in PR, and she sold. I bought through her aunt or something, or her sister. Or no, I think it was her aunt in Reigate. Her MG Metro, and I bought it. Everything was hunky dory until it rained, and it was like having a shower, especially if you went round the corner. Especially if you went round a left-hand corner, all the drips would go down to one side, and I'd have a wet lap.
I've wet myself. I've wet
myself. Yeah.
Car. It's the car.
Oh God, though.
Oh, that's hilarious. And then after the Lada, I had a London taxi, which I'm sure you must remember when I bought a London taxi.
We did a trip once down to Brighton together in your taxi.
Oh, brilliant! And you know what?
And we had to stop somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember why. It was overheating or something, and we had to wait for it to cool down. Or
probably.
Yes, Kate.
Again, I wouldn't have it serviced.
And I sat because it was a taxi. I sat in the back. It was a most bizarre feeling.
Right. Yeah. It was definitely the weirdest, most fun car that I've owned.
Right.
I mean, because well, the good thing is if you drive to Brighton as we would have done, Brighton is a seaside town, and it has a lot of tourists, and the roads can get quite busy.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of taxi lanes, so I could drive. Well, I wasn't supposed to, but I would drive in the taxi lanes around Brighton. Right, because it's the same in London. Like if there was a lot of traffic, I would just use the taxi lane.
Blimey. I didn't use the taxi lane. I took a wrong turn in central London, / Piccadilly Circus, and went down the wrong way down a bus lane.
Oof.
And there was no way out of it. I had to reverse about 200 meters, reverse out of the bus lane in Piccadilly Circus.
It's busy as well.
With angry bus drivers. Bloody hell.
I know. You know what? What was good about the taxi was it seemed to be I couldn't get in a trouble. So, for example, I parked right across a zebra crossing, right?
Yeah.
And I nipped out the car because I wanted to get a drink. And it was like, I don't know, it was like 2 a.m. or something really, really late, right? So I just stopped the car. I run into a shop, get a can of Coke or something, and I jump back in, and then there's a cop standing there with my taxi right over the zebra crossing.
No.
And he goes, you should know better.
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, mate. Sorry, it was an emergency. So, and then I just got in and drove off.
Blimey. Because now in the UK, well, for a long time, that was an automatic. You'd automatically lose your driving license for that now.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it would have been a
It has
stiff,
been for a long time, yeah. A stiff penalty.
stiff penalty.
A stiff
Yeah,
one.
right. And
Go on.
it was even like I can remember I was driving down the street in London and I saw someone that I knew on the other side of the road. So I literally stopped the car in the middle of the road, and there were cars having to go around me like on both sides while I was just
Yeah,
leaning out the window chatting to someone, and no one beeped me. Everyone just kind
yeah.
of calmly went around me, even though I was causing a major obstruction. It was like it
Nice.
was. Also, I had this. I don't know if you remember. I had this huge sound system put in it. I had a massive speaker in the back,
Yeah.
so I could have my music turned up really loud. So
But
I love.
Stephen Fry still drives a taxi in London.
Does he?
He does, yeah. He's had one for
Yeah,
years. For at least, I think, a good 30 years he's had a taxi.
yeah. I mean, it. The downside of it is when people will always try and get in your car. So I'll be
Yeah.
driving along and I'll be at the lights, and then people are like trying to pull the handle on my car to get in.
Yeah. Look, I had around that time I had a Land Rover, which you came with me to buy it.
Yes, I remember that.
What a fantastic best car I ever had.
That was
Best
cool.
car. It makes you that car because it was like the old version of it because it had no power steering and it was a big old lump. So I was always really scared to actually have an accident because if you hit someone with that, it'd be like game over for them, you know. So I was
Yes.
really careful with it. I was quite careful, more careful with the Land Rover than any other car. I thought if I'm going to damage someone's car, it'd be like written off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but so much fun.
Right. And I think that was my first crash was in the taxi, and that's why I don't have it anymore. Is because someone pulled out in front of me, but the car was so heavy. I was coming down Reigate Hill. I was coming
Right.
down Reigate Hill, and I mean, it's not a steep hill, but it's a hill. And they came out in
Oh,
front of me.
it's quite steep.
Yeah, yeah. And I put on the. I mean, he came out in front of me about I don't know half a mile away. It felt like, but the car was
Yeah.
so heavy and the brakes are so shit that it took me so long to stop. But just
Yeah.
hitting him.
It just occurred to me, but we're doing a really good job for convincing insurance companies not to hike up the insurance for the ADHD community.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's tell everyone about all the accidents we've had and
I
examples of
know.
bad driving. Fantastic.
Yes, that happened a
I
long time
once
ago.
I once got into my Land Rover. It was a Friday night, and whilst I was living in Crouch End,
London.
and we'd all had a drink or two, and then I think some people started smoking some stuff, right? Substances. Then other substances got pulled out, okay. And then everyone decided, oh, let's go into central London and hit a club and go dancing, you know. So I was the only one that had a car, had my Land Rover. So everyone piled in into my
Yeah.
Land Rover, and we drove to Kensal Green or something like that, and then got the tube. But near the station, the only place I could find to park in was, in my mind's eye, the way I worked it out, it was about the size of the Land Rover itself, the space.
Right.
So
Okay.
I thought, oh, this is going to be tricky. And I'm
Right.
convinced, I don't know, I might have trashed several cars.
Yes. In your mind, it was perfectly parked, but in reality,
Yeah.
there was
In
basically cars
reality,
outside of
I
mushed
remember
up.
getting, I remember getting out and congratulating myself for having got my Land Rover to such a tiny space. But in reality, it was probably something completely different. Oh dear, that was funny.
And now I just have a rather boring Honda CR-V and a Subaru Forester, which I do get regularly serviced. Both of them.
I had a Subaru Forester.
All right.
Great car.
Yes, good. I'm enjoying it.
It's a fantastic car.
Yeah. It is a good car. Hang on, I'm just going to hit the pause button briefly.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, we were talking about things that help us.
We're talking about cars we've had.
We are, but also I thought we'd move on to like technology that's in our car that I find useful.
Yes.
So like we talked about, like the rear camera is like a lifesaver. I think I've saved about 4 people's lives just by having that. That's been good.
There's a but to that though. It's because I was last year. I was coming back from Venice late at night, and I was tired. And we got back to the station where we lived, and we parked there in my girlfriend's car, and I was a bit tired. Okay, now her car is a lot more basic than mine. Mine's got all the warning signs, the beeps, the cameras, the everything. Got into hers, and it was a nightmare because you get no sign at all, and I was already tired. And when you get used, what I'm saying is you get used to driving a safe car and getting warning signs. And when you don't have it, it's a nightmare.
Right. So what you're saying is, if your camera has a rear view, if your car has a rear view camera, that's good. But if it doesn't have one, that's not good.
If you have to get into someone else's car and it's much more basic and it doesn't have that tech, you could get. I reversed like quickly, and thinking, oh well, if there's something behind me, I'll get a beep. I'd forgotten she didn't have that in her car.
Right.
And luckily, someone shouted, "Pull!" and I put the spikes on just before bashed into another car.
There was someone under your car.
Exactly. I heard the squelch.
Pull!
And the cracking of the bones.
Oh, nice. I also like the little indicator I have, which is the vehicle in front has moved. So if you're like sitting at the lights, right, you're behind a bunch of cars, and then you're like just waiting for the lights, and then you zone out, looking out the window, and then the cars moved off ahead of you.
No, I haven't seen that. Okay.
My car would go beep 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 beep. Oi, oi! Everyone's moving. I like that.
Well, Honda's a great car, a really good car. It's really reliable. Even if you forgot, even if you forgot to get it serviced, it would still go for forever. A Honda. Yeah.
I do like that. Automatic brakes.
Yeah, I've got that.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, all of this tech really helps ADHD. Definitely, it's like a lot of things you don't have to think about.
Right. Yeah. I'm still a bit hazy on the whole thing of like. So, how often do you fill up your tank? At what point do you go? Oh,
always the last minute.
Put some gas in this car.
I hate stopping at petrol stations.
Yeah, right. Boring. No one likes it. I have to get out the car.
Hell. Especially in the winter. Oh, God. you
Right.
know, or especially
Yeah.
especially on the motorway. I just find petrol stations in motorways just God forbidden places.
Hmm. I've not actually run out of gas for a long time now. Like so,
I
so when the little indicator, the little low fuel indicator comes up, I go, okay, let's get some fuel. I've never pushed it for a long
yeah,
time.
I've
I used
never
to.
run out of fuel. I've never ever run out of fuel. I've been
Ooh,
really close. I never run out of fuel.
I think I probably definitely have bound to have done at some point. Yeah, yeah.
But
Um,
with your on your car, then yours is like a technological car. Can you like um, kind of raise or reduce? I'm not speaking good English today. Can you kind of like can you turn up or down? That's it. Can you Jesus? Can you turn up or down the sensitivity of the tech, like for lane changing and things like that?
I can turn stuff on and off. So
Right.
if I go deep into the car's menu system,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, but all I really do is just change the clock. When the clock moves forward
Right. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about the extent of my of what I do.
Because on mine, on if I've got two different settings for like if my car's trying to detect whether I'm you know nodding off to sleep, okay, it will my steering wheel will vibrate, okay, if I go over the
Yes,
lines. But also there's an extra setting where actually it steers you back into your lane without you doing anything.
yeah, that's what mine does. Yeah,
Right. And you have to give it a
so
little bit of a yank to actually say, no, I do actually want to change lanes.
yes, yeah. No, yeah, I do all that as well. Yeah. Uh, one thing that I did like about my Lada being a Russian car and Russia being cold was the car heater was amazing. It was
Okay.
fantastic. It was like it was so good. If I mean, I can remember driving to work and I would have my wet socks, because perhaps I hadn't done laundry. Yes, I'd just done some laundry, I had wet socks because I hadn't dried them in time. I would drive to work, and
God,
then I would have the socks
no way.
in front of the hot air vent, and then I would dry them out before I got
Bloody hell.
into the office.
Okay. It sounds like
Oh
I
yeah,
needed that in my MG Metro when I got rained on.
yes, yes.
Heated seats, preferably.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't like heated seats. I'm not a
Oh,
fan of the heated seat. It feels like you've soiled yourself.
oh, I like a heated seat. I mean, it gets cold here. I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
cold it gets your
Not
way.
particularly.
It
Like
gets
worst it will get to is like -4 or something.
all right.
You've had a cold snap, haven't you? These days,
Oh yeah. It gets.
you've had snow and shit.
Oh yeah. We had about 5 inches the other day. Um.
Blimey.
So yeah, it gets freaking cold. So I like my nice seat warmer. But but there is a point you have to turn it off because you're right. It kind of gets uncomfortable. Like it's good
Yeah,
for a bit, and then no, it
yeah.
goes wrong.
So let's talk. Let's talk. What about when technology goes too far? Apparently, Teslas have fart detectors on them.
Wait, what?
Have you heard
Why?
that? I don't know
No.
why. There is actually because you talk about going deep into the technology of your car. If you want to,
Yeah.
in some Teslas, you could. There are actually fart detectors on them.
So you'd be driving there, drive with your with your mum and your dad and you have
Yeah.
someone else in the car, and then someone guffs, and then a
Yes.
little warning code goes off, and it was like, oh, it's the person in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Light comes up, and we all
It's like
turn to that
saying,
person.
like this, in the same way you say, "Oh, someone hasn't put their seatbelt on." You say, "Oh,
Yeah.
the person in the rear left just guffed."
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. And everyone turns around and gives them a hard stare.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, Jesus Christ, that would be the flipping worst. I mean, like, one, I don't like, I mean, I kind of feel like the whole, I want to say that when I plug my car in and I try and get my podcast going or whatever it is that I want to listen to, and I'm also getting the GPS map directions up and having to
Yeah.
juggle those two things. It still feels a bit clunky for me.
Yeah.
Still,
Well, I had a situation yesterday, and it was like bang on theme for our podcast. I was coming back from a city called Bergamo, which is in the north of it's like near Milan, and I suffered what I realised afterwards was serious like over stimulation coming back from Bergamo.
right?
And I've put a list down, right, of all the potential things that you have to think about or you have to be aware of when you're driving, okay? I'll go
All
through
right.
them really quickly. We'd already been in the town of Bergamo during Christmas, so there was a lot of people there. By the time we came back, it was night time. So you got the lights from driving at night time, okay?
Yeah.
I had bad Google Map instructions. They sent me into an industrial park, right? For no
Yes.
reason, okay. I had music on, okay, which was good, but it got interrupted. I'm not sure if you get this in the States. You can, and I can't seem to be able to turn it off, but there's a function where you can get traffic news that interrupts your music. Do you get
Yeah.
that in the States?
Yeah, but I just turned that off.
Right, I can't find how to turn it off.
Right.
So there I was. It's like, and it wasn't even traffic news. It was something like live football match. For fuck's sake. Then really bad road systems in Italy. Just absolutely they make no sense at all. Right, left here, right there, and then really bad road signs and blah blah blah. Then multiple instructions. So my girlfriend was saying, "Oh, ignore the Google Maps. Go this way." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was another thing.
Oh
And then
yeah.
I got then you get mixed that with aggressive Italian driving style. So you got someone, in English it's called tailgating.
Yeah.
Right, so they drive really aggressively up behind you because they say, "Oh, my car is fucking faster than yours. Move over." So that kind of thing going on. Then,
Mm-hmm.
then my girlfriend was just feeding me satsuma pieces. So, oh, have a satsuma. All this going on, right?
Oh, calm down, Paul, and have a satsuma.
Calm down, have a satsuma, right? And I realised, and it wasn't until I actually wrote this down this morning for the podcast, actually potentially how much overstimulation you can have potentially driving a car.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, is it me? After unmasking, and after with my ADHD diagnosis, just noticing it more, and then it happens more. It's not just
Right.
just notice it more, give it a name, whatever. It seems to just be with my kind of unmasking gradually. I seem to becoming more ADHD than I
Yeah.
ever have before. You
Yeah.
notice that as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, isn't it? So I'm thinking now, Martin, I
Yes.
need to be the next time, for example, that I go. We decided to go on a trip somewhere. Okay,
Yeah.
potentially coming back at night. I think I need to manage my ADHD better somehow, like stay at
All right.
home or something. I don't know.
Like not go out. Oh yeah. No,
Like
I
not
mean like
go out or not come back in when it's dark or
yeah, yeah.
go
So
by
I
train.
so I drove down to DC the
Right.
and back over Christmas, and there is a right and I used to be okay about driving at night because it's like a 6 hour drive or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but now I kind of leave. I have to leave earlier because I don't really want to spend too much time driving at night because
Yeah.
it just gets too stressful. Also,
Yeah.
I've also found that my ADHD. I don't know about you, but I work better on long car trips down a freeway
Totally.
or
Yeah.
a motorway. Like my
Yeah.
ADHD is very suited to that,
Yeah.
whereas local driving, where it's like turn left, turn right, lights, people, left, right.
Yeah.
All I mean that I find harder.
Right. Also, because can you imagine in Italy, you've got much narrower streets. In the States, your streets are much wider, right?
Mhm.
You've got just a lot more space.
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
Italy, local driving is a nightmare, especially for parking. Narrow
Okay.
streets, everyone drives everywhere in Italy. No one uses a
Right,
bicycle, If
right.
they can avoid
Hmm.
it, they will. And so that's a real trigger for me, trying to find a parking space
Yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah.
city. God.
Yeah, yeah, that's all. That's okay. Well, what else we got? I mean, ob- obviously, like, there's so much we could talk
There's
about,
so much, yeah. But
but
driving is
we'll
a real trigger for me, and I do think I'm going to have to manage it better because I came back last night and I was like really, I was in a bit of a state. I have to be honest. And my
right,
girlfriend said, "Are you all right, Paul?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really struggling. I was really
right.
overstimulated."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a
You've got
lot.
you've got your fucking satsumas flying around, and you've
Bloody
got
hell.
music, and you've got then you listen to music, and then someone scored a goal, and that comes on
Yeah.
the radio,
It was a really good tune as well at the time.
right? And now Inter Milan is one up. I mean,
Yeah. That was actually it. It was
oh,
that. It was Inter Milan. It was Inter Milan versus Atalanta. It's like, hang on, you're interrupting my fucking music, you bastards.
yeah, you can turn it off,
There was me trying to calm down. I was overstimulated. It's like, oh, at least my favourite music's come on.
right?
And then I got interrupted with fucking live football.
Bastards. All right, all right. Well, I mean, perhaps we'll come back to this at some other point. I mean, I didn't even get to the time when my mum almost ran me over in her
Right,
car. That was a
nice.
thing.
I've got some stuff here. We'll do another episode. I've got some here. I used to, when I was a kid, it's one of the first early signs I had, I think, of autism. Is I used to be obsessed with reading number plates
Oh
on
yeah,
cars.
yeah. That's a
And
thing.
I would really notice number plates,
Hmm.
which is a massive sign for autism.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game here in the States because all of the license plates have the state on them from
Right.
the state the car is registered. So
Right.
you try and spot as many states as you
Right.
can.
Right.
It's like a game. All right. Well, I think we'll just have to leave it there. We'll have to jump in the tractor.
Yes.
Alexandra's haunted. Actually, no, we're not doing that because we're going to do the quiz
Ratings.
first. The ratings.
Oh, okay,
We're
not
going to do
the ratings.
Absolutely. Fucking hell.
Right. Ratings.
All right. So I guess this is like driving around in a car versus sort of public transport, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Which actually is like, I mean that's quite public transport is itself is quite a nightmare, buses and whatnot. So
totally.
I guess that's the only thing I can score against is that. So let me hit the quiz button intro. Is it a dopamine hit or is it a burnout thing? Driving around in your car, is it a dopamine hit or is it a burnout thing? What say you, Mr. T?
Dopamine hit. It used to be when I was a kid. I used to love driving around, having freedom, independence.
Yeah.
Massive dopamine hit. It was huge. Now, if I could get away without driving, I would. If I'm honest. And I was without a car for about 4 years when I lived in Turin. But dopamine hit. So now I'd say dopamine hit. Sometimes it gives me I love listening to a podcast on a long drive on a motorway. I really like it. But that's not really dopamine. I'm going to give it 4, quite low. How about you, Marty?
I mean, I like being in the car. It's nice and warm. Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all the doors. It's the only way to live in cars. Because it's like, and I like being in there. It's warm and nice. You've got little sounds like I've got a button, and then when I stop somewhere and we arrive, and then I don't want to get out of the car because it's so nice, I'll just sit in the car. So I'm going to give it an 8. A nice high 8.
That's high. That's high.
I like driving in my car. So
burnout score.
So what does it take? Uptake, servicing.
Since I moved to Italy, the burnout has gone off the scale. It's really, I find it massively triggering. Italians are really aggressive drivers, and narrow streets. Beautiful Italian cities and villages and towns. They're lovely, but for driving, they're a nightmare. 9 is the burnout score for me. All right, well, that just leaves me to say ADHDville is delivered fresh every Tuesday to all purveyors of fine podcasts. Please subscribe to the pod and rate us most hobbytastic. No, not hobbytastic. That's an old script. Rate us. Fast and furious. That'll do. And feel free to correspond at will in the comments. But wait, there's more. If you wish to see our beautiful, beautiful faces, then sally forth to the YouTubes and the TikTok. And you can pick up a quill and email us at ADHDville@gmail.com. But in the meantime, be fucking kind to yourself.